Hey, good morning, everybody. Out for my morning walk. It is very overcast and yucky. And yes, look, the cell phone tower is going up. I don't know if you can see it. Wait a minute, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, on the church parking lot. It's AT&T, so I don't have that company. Anyway, it's National Kissing Day. Blow some kisses to your friends, your family. Well, you can actually kiss your family, but have fun with it. Where's Stitch? I'm looking for him. Anyway, come on in. Watch me as we talk about what happens when you have to take the stand in a civil case. Good morning, everybody. Crafting Journey here. That Journey chick over on Instagram. Welcome to another edition of Crafting and Crime Daily. I'm not organized here. I'm trying to get everything. I still have the diamond painting out. I was working on it last night. I kind of wanted to get this part done. Oh, I just heard a crash in the kitchen. That's not good. Oh my goodness. Don't forget to hit the like button. He is recovered from his drive to the retreat. I made him drive some of the way. He's an okay driver, yeah. So hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the content. And don't forget the notification bell. That's the most important of all. Hit all so you get all notifications, because you never know when the Crafting and Crime show is going to go up on the channel every day. It's always different times depending on the upload speed of my internet, wherever I might happen to be. Today I am going to work physically into the office for an 8:30 meeting with the boss. Isn't that fun? I have a smile on my face. This is not the evaluation. That's Friday. Unless something happens during this one-on-one. I've already taken my anxiety pill. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know what I'm in trouble for now. She said, oh, this is just to touch base. Yeah, I don't trust that. No, none of that touch base stuff. Then she pulls out the piece of paper that I have to sign. Okay. The only thing I can think that I did was when I was upset on Friday, I was a little verbal about it. And, I don't know, maybe I'm in trouble for that. Who knows? So it's National Kissing Day. Yeah. Gosh, don't you miss kissing people? It's such a thing in our culture, is to give people kisses. The Italians like to kiss on both cheeks, and so do the French and a lot of the foreign countries. But because of coronavirus, not really a thing anymore. It's more like an elbow bump, or, whatever. Fist pump, elbow bump, no more kissing. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. I do miss it. It's just it's a nice way to greet people. Not on the lips, of course. Now, the ones on the lips are good too. Oh my God. That brings back memories. Memories. Yeah, anyway. Oh, I've had some great kisses in my lifetime. Oh, yeah. Did you ever date a bad kisser? I don't think I did. Most of my, what do you want to say, love career? It's not a career. Most of my experience was with pretty good kissers. And I was never told that I was a bad kisser, so, it's just one of those acquired skills. So today, give your loved ones a big old kiss, smackaroonie, and for everybody else, just blow them a kiss. Then there's an emoji. You can do the kissing emoji. There you go. Okay, so what did I do yesterday? Oh my gosh. Oh, I worked on this while I listened to some more of the trial. So yesterday, again, no trial. I'm going to go ahead and talk about Crafting and Crime because I got to get to the 8:30 meeting. Yeah. So this is the trial of Ronald Jacobson against So this is the trial of Rodney Jacobson versus Zachary Dieterle. Rodney is suing Zachary for shooting his dog, brandishing a weapon and shooting his dog. Now, Zachary says that the dog was charging at him. Candy was charging at him. Now, maybe initially she was charging at him, but he called out Rodney's name. Rodney came from the boat where he was about 100 feet away. He came up to the scene. He was walking toward Candy. Said he was almost shoulder to shoulder with Zachary Dieterle when he heard gunshots. Zachary had shot the dog. He says, "Did you just shoot my dog?" He was, "Damned right, I just shot your dog, and I'd do it again." So that's what the story is. Now, yesterday, poor old Rodney, he's 75 now. He's had a head injury. He's got memory loss. He's on the stand, and he's all but drooling. Like half the time you couldn't hear him when he answered. It was just like, yeah. And so I will have to say that both attorneys were very prepared for this, and they would refresh his memory with prior testimony that he had given before his head injury. No, actually, some of the testimony was actually from 4 months ago. He's had a few different depositions, at least two. What can happen in one of these lengthy cases is they'll take your deposition initially, soon after the suits are filed. Depositions get taken, and the longer they drag on, especially when you have a charge of intentional infliction of emotional distress, the longer they drag on, then you're going to want to do an updated deposition, like, what's going on today? You still getting treatment? How you still having nightmares? That kind of thing. Where's my pen? Oh, they're here. They're right here. Oh my goodness. I'm going to put the light pad on. Oh, geez. I feel I've taken my anxiety pill. I just got to remember to breathe. Remember to breathe, Rebecca. Okay. Let's get the little A out. The little A. This painting is just going to take me forever. But I know. It'll be one of those couple of months paint. It's pretty long. It is 98 centimeters by 70. So 98 this way by 70 this way. But it's such a beautiful picture. Now I need a tray. Where do these things go? I think the gnomes come in here at night and they move things around. Oh, I do. Oh, which reminds me, tonight is Craft With Me Wednesday. I'm going to show off everything I got at the retreat during the show tonight. Craft With Me Wednesday. You don't want to miss it. Tune in. I've got a bag full of stuff, lots of stuff that I want to show you. And I'm going to try to have the answers for you as to where it was from so that you can purchase it yourself if you want to. Yes, I will try. Okay. No promises. Somebody asked me about the cup, the gnome cup. I can't remember the name of the vendor, but hopefully today on Craft With Me Wednesday, I will have that for you. Because I bought more than that. I did. I have 3 cups now. Well, I bought 2 of them. One was gifted to me by a very, very dear friend. Oh my God. Yeah. So I came home with 3 cups from this vendor. And there were so many vendors at this retreat. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm digressing. So Craft With Me Wednesday, that is 6:30 p.m. I'm sorry, 6 p.m. Central. Talk about short-term memory loss. Oh my God, 6 p.m. Central. Anyway, back to the trial. Okay, so Rodney is taking the stand, and he's just not helping himself. He did okay on direct examination. His lawyer was pretty prepared. He went over all the different, apparently Rodney used to be a lawyer in Massachusetts. He used to be a lawyer in Massachusetts. And then he retired and became a building contractor down in Florida. And that's where the money is. His company made lots and lots, like millions of dollars. But Rodney does not pay taxes. Doesn't believe in paying taxes. So right now he has a $1 million lien on his business. And they were asking him, do you have a $1 million lien on your business? I don't know. Oh, no. You know, just those kind of answers. He just couldn't remember. He didn't know. Yeah, he's got a $1 million lien against his business for tax evasion. Oh, my God. This guy's credibility after this testimony is in the toilet. His attorney went through all of his certificates, but you don't have a certificate in dog training. No, I do not. And he did testify consistent with what we know at this point, that Candy was, brought in through a rescue. She was pregnant. She was found on the street wandering. So they nursed her through the pregnancy and then decided to adopt her. At the time she was rescued, she had scars all over her body. So Rodney and his wife surmised that she perhaps had come from a background where she was abused, which does not make for a very good temperament dog. I mean, they might be good with you, but if they... dogs can have PTSD as well. And if they see someone that's brings back those memories, you don't know what they're going to do. There was a lot of talk about Candy running loose on this property. Apparently it's not just one piece of property. There were two pieces of property adjoining each other. One owned by the Dieterle family and one property owned by this other corporation, both of which are being sued. But this corporation also has to do with the Dieterle family, but separate ownerships, altogether 10 to 12 acres, very well groomed. I mean, it looks like a park. It's so beautiful. But every once in a while, the question asked of Rodney was, would your dog get loose and you'd have to go look for him? No. And then he gets reminded, oh yeah, there was that one time you had to enlist help to go find her because she'd left the property. Oh yeah, that one time. Yep, it was just that one time. Oh my God, this poor guy. So then at one point they were talking about after the shooting, he drives. There was the attorney put up a map, the defense attorney. He puts up a map. They show where the truck was, a map of the park, where his truck was, where he was when he was called. He turns around, heads towards the truck. It all happened in a very close proximity. Then after the event, he drives 8.1 miles on this alternate route, and some of it was... the main road there is 41. He took a different road because he thought it was faster, and he's very familiar with this other road. And it was 8.1 miles. And it's at this point, after the 8.1 miles, that he realized he's got a flat tire. So at this point now, he's just driving on the side of the road to get to the vet. He doesn't remember but only one red traffic light. He only had to cross the street to get to the vet. So otherwise, after he discovered the flat tire, he was off road basically until he got to the vet. Now, while Candy was at the vet, he had, because he said she was in there for quite some time, he had time to go out and change that tire, and that's when he noticed he had some wheel rim damage. Now, I don't do tires. If God forbid I ever get a flat tire, I'm gonna be going, help. Yeah, help me, because I've never had to change my tire. Knock on wood. Yeah. So he changes his tire and notices this wheel rim damage, that he never gets fixed. And in fact, he doesn't even go to get an estimate to get it fixed until after he files this lawsuit. The lawsuit was filed in August of 2018. This occurred in 2016. The lawsuit's filed in 2018 after that, he goes to a body shop, gets an estimate for $300 plus, decides not to get it fixed because it's too much money. The guy that's making $1 million a year plus profit from his building company can't afford $300 to place the rims. However, we know that 4 days after this event, where Candy passes away, she's shot, passes away, he changes all 4. He buys 4 new tires because he wanted them all to match, to the tune of $1,100. Yep. But it's interesting, like, when they go to change the tire, wouldn't they notice the wheel rim damage? Wouldn't you think he'd come out and say, hey, you got wheel rim damage, you want us to fix that? And maybe Rodney said no. I don't know. Then here's a kicker. He goes on a trip to Ireland right around the same time the lawsuit's filed. The lawsuit that says that he has suffered from intentional infliction of emotional distress. He is suffering PTSD to the point where he has lost his ability to enjoy life. And he's going to Ireland. What? Okay. It was interesting. Then there's this whole wellness exam. Apparently for Medicare, every year you have to fill out a form, a wellness exam form. Take that form to your doctor, and the doctor will go over it with you and then certify that you're well, I guess, is how it goes. So in 2016 and 2017, he fills out the form, and the form has all these questions regarding mental health. Do you suffer from loss of enjoyment of life? Do you ever consider killing yourself? Do you ever have long periods of depression? Like, there's all these questions. He answers no. Both years, 2016, 2017. Then this defense attorney walks him through every single visit he had with that primary care physician that did the wellness exams, from the day the dog was shot until 2018. He walks him through every single doctor's visit, and at no time does he ever tell his private doctor what happened with Candy that day, and that he's suffering from emotional distress as a result, increased depression. Now, this is the doctor that is actually prescribing him his antidepressant, but the antidepressant was prescribed because back when he got his divorce from his first wife, he caught her in bed with another woman, by the way, and she's still with this other woman. You know, God bless her. But this put him into a very deep depression. So this primary doctor kept prescribing this Zoloft through this whole period of time. But at no time did he ever mention, increased depression as a result of this event. Now, then we get to 2018, August of 2018, where the lawsuit is filed. And all of a sudden, guess what appears in the medical records? His wife goes with him, tells him how he's become severely depressed. His depression is really worse because of this event, and so his doctor refers him to a psychiatrist, who he goes for treatment to until about 2019. He goes for a total of 5 visits that are paid for by Medicare. But then when he finds out that Medicare is not going to pay for any more visits, he decides he doesn't want to go anymore. This would have cost him $230 per 30-minute session, which I think is ridiculous. Oh my God. Is that how much psychiatrists make? Holy moly. I guess I didn't know because I've always been insured when I went to a psychiatrist, but he said, no, that was too much money. He wasn't going to pay it. He's very miserly, isn't he? So too much money. He's not going to pay it. So he stops going. But this is the doctor that diagnoses him with PTSD. The one that he sees for 5 visits. I have hair on this canvas, and I'll bet you I don't have my I don't. Oh well, I'm going to live with it. I'll find it later. Yes, I have lost my tweezers again. That's probably what fell on the floor. I don't see them. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, let's turn the page. So at this point in the testimony, you could see him, he's kind of getting a little confused. And so they kind of wrap it up. I think the defense attorney had made his point. So things get wrapped up. But this testimony was not good for this plaintiff. Like, you know, he doesn't pay his taxes. He's very miserly. He's suing. You know, his credibility is just in the tank, Even with the memory, short-term memory loss, this happened 6 years ago. You should remember it. You should have told your regular doctor right away if this was something that was really bothering you. We also found out that he has never paid a dime out of his own pocket for any medical expenses related to intentional infliction of emotional distress, which is very important because the jury's going to be asked to reimburse him for all of his damages. But really what they're going for is punitive damages as opposed to actual damages. And punitive damages are set to do just that, punish the defendant for the wrong that's been committed. You know, pain, suffering. Yeah. So also during this time, he admits to going boating with some of his friends when they come down for the winter, and he would testify on the stand, no, we didn't go boating anymore after that, and then they would refresh his memory about something he testified previously that they had gone boating, and he's like, well, if it says I said that, okay. Yeah, not good. Not good. Then they put on a veterinarian. She was just as sweet as she could be. Such a nice lady. She appeared by Zoom from the vet office. She has her own office now. At the time, she worked at this emergency clinic when the dog came in Tampa. So as you know, he brought the dog in. They took the dog, transported the dog to Tampa. So this was the doctor that she was working as an ER doctor for dogs at the time, and she had arranged for an on-call surgeon to come in and do an operation on the doctor. Well, hello, you missed the walk. You were sleeping. I couldn't wake you up. I'm sorry. You missed it. Yep. Duncan missed the walk because he wasn't awake. So, where was I? You lost my train of thought. There's Stitch. So, the veterinarian, yes, cute as on. So now she's working in her own place. So she and there was like cats meowing behind her. One cat was very loud, meow meow meow, and she's like, "Do you hear that cat?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we hear the cat." And then you hear somebody go, "No objections to the cat." It was really very cute. So she's testifying about Candy's condition when she was brought into Tampa. She had a gunshot. She initially thought it was more than one gunshot wound, but it turned out to be just one gunshot wound. And it actually, so let me see if I can describe it. The dog has four legs. So the front one, it went in like back here, like under the front leg, and then came forward. So there was blood in the chest cavity, blood in the abdominal cavity. She couldn't describe all of the damage that the bullet had done. There was no exit wound, so it bounced around inside of her body. And because she wasn't the surgeon, so she doesn't really know, but she said that Candy went into surgery. During the surgery, she coded and passed away. Now this this veterinarian teared up. She was like, she's sitting there going like this, and they're asking her questions and she's like wiping her eye. It was so sweet. Like, you could tell she has the biggest heart. So she described that Candy had passed away during the surgery. Poor dog. At the time she got there, she was, breathing heavily. Her heart rate was rapid. Clearly she had lost a lot of blood by this time. So, the stress of that surgery was just too much for Candy. Poor doggy. So that is where we ended day 2. Now, they did not have court again yesterday. Remember I told you they didn't have court on Monday, Juneteenth. I didn't know Juneteenth was a thing. I apologize to everybody out there who recognizes that as a holiday. My sister explained to me what that is. I can't even go. My head's I've got brain fog right now. But so maybe the court staff called in to celebrate the holiday. I don't know, but they must have called in yesterday too, because there was no court again yesterday. So I hope today we're going to have some court. Yeah, you wouldn't think that a civil trial would last this long, but they're not putting on a lot of witnesses on any one day. So we still, I think probably day 3, which I have not covered yet, which was Friday, Dieterle takes the stand. And so I need to cover that. Now, I don't know what else they're going to have on the stand after that. I suspect that they're very near the close of their case. That's what I suspect. What happened this day in history? On June 22nd, 2011, Whitey Bulger, this infamous, notorious, dangerous mob boss, is apprehended. He was wanted out of Boston for 19 murders. Yikes. At the time he was apprehended, he was 81 years old. Holy moly. He was on the 10 most wanted list. At the time he was apprehended, there was a $2 million reward on his head, and he was living with his longtime girlfriend. After getting out of jail, he started this infamous mob boss gang, whatever you call them. With his partner Steve Flemmi. They were involved in drug trafficking, extortion, murder, like anything went in this organization. However, the FBI had a lot of informants that were willing to sell these guys out in exchange for no prosecution. This is how it got known, how many murders he had committed, and that's when the $2 million prize money, or so to speak, reward money went up on him, but he was caught. Now, Bulger knew that he was wanted, so he disappeared. He eluded police for over 15 years. So the FBI got smart. They started to put out advertisements focusing on Bulger's girlfriend, sort of pleading to people that she might have known, maybe hairdressers, doctors, somebody who may have changed her looks, anybody that might have known her. And this is how they figured out who and where they were hiding. They were using the names Carol and Charles Gasco and living comfortably in a 2-bedroom home in Southern California. Now, in this home, they found guns, fake identification, and over $800,000 in cash. Now, they both went on trial. His girlfriend was sentenced to 8 years for assisting him in hiding out for all that time. Bulger went on trial for all that stuff that he did. He was found guilty on 31 of 32 counts. He was sentenced to 2 life sentences in November 2013. And 5 years later, he passed away, 2018, while incarcerated. So that is the show for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like button. He's over driving and he's on to some new adventure. So hit the like button. Please subscribe and don't forget the notification bell. It's very important. You don't want to miss a single episode. Find out what happens to Candy the dog. Okay. I'll see you guys tonight in Craft With Me Wednesday. National Kissing Day. Bye.